Please listen carefully.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hypothetical Siblings podcast. My name is Nick.
And my name's Lainey.
And presumably, because you are here now, and you were here last week, there was time that passed in between those 2 points.
Presumably.
Presumably you did things that you can talk about. I don't know if they'll necessarily be worth talking about, but you can talk about.
Are you saying my life's not interesting?
I'm saying that I do boring shit sometimes, and I don't want to talk about it to strangers on the internet.
I started school yesterday, but so did you, so.
Well, I mean, but you could talk, that's a thing that happened in your life, you can talk about it.
So I thought that all of my classes were asynchronous, which means, for those of you that don't know, means that you don't have to complete them since they're all online, you don't have to complete them at the time that the class is. So if I had a class at 4, I wouldn't have to get the work done for that class by 5:15, which is the time that it ends or whatever. But one of them is synchronous.
And you just spaced the fuck out of it,
And I did not know.
Good.
So I'm at our parents' office having lunch with Mom.
Okay.
And I get an email and I'm like, I have a Zoom meeting at 1 and it's like 12:30.
Please tell me you took the Zoom meeting at the office.
I did,
yes.
in one of their conference rooms.
Just you at the end of a long-ass table by yourself, just...
Like, hello.
Welcome.
So that was great, except... So you have to log in with a school email to the Zooms, or you're supposed to.
You're supposed to, because then it connects, because if you do it through, yes.
Otherwise, it can be hard to get in, or the professors have to let you in,
Correct.
And sometimes they don't know.
Correct.
So I was about to sign into my school email and Zoom, and she just accepted me in, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm just in, whatever. My name in there is Lainey with a shit ton of E's on the end. So it's Lainey. And I can't fucking change it. Because whatever setting is, on the school Zoom meetings.
So if you do it through your thing, if you actually get your email hooked up or whatever it is, it just uses your full name that they have on file. But because she accepted you, then you are Lainey.
And I was so embarrassed. And I was like, everyone else is just regular ass names.
Adam Swanson.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's just fucking me. And I was sitting there, I was like, I'm so annoying. Like, people probably are like, this girl is so annoying. Why did she make her name like that? And I'm just sitting there like, I can't do anything about this because there's only 5 minutes till class can start. So that was upsetting.
That's good.
It was pretty but it was the professor that I had last semester. So hopefully she kind of remembered me enough to be like,
that's not her.
Yeah. Or whatever, And I got my nails did again, which I'm so happy about because they're pretty, but it's also just about the stimulus of being able to tap them and rub them together to make the noises.
You're such a weirdo.
And
I don't know how you live with long nails like that. Like, purposefully long and sharp nails. The idea of that is just horrifying to me.
You get used to it.
No.
Except for that one time that they were sharper than I've ever had them, so they were thinner at the end.
Okay.
Not purposely, that's just what my nail tech did, and, I was like, cool, whatever. And I went to open a car door, and I just fucking jammed it into the side of the car and broke it because I wasn't used to it.
Just fucking snapped it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. It's awful when that happens. It's so awful. I'm also
Oh.
Yesterday,
Things are happening.
applied for a job.
What?
As a receptionist at a vet hospital.
What?
Yeah. Dad and I stayed up until 1 in the morning.
Why?
Because, I don't know, I like...
Because you and he just like staying up till late doing shit?
Yeah, so I was on Craigslist looking at jobs specifically because...
Because the summer job ends and then you need money.
Right. And I found that one that I really liked and I was like, cool. And then I was like, I don't think I have a resume. And then I was like, wait, I do. But it's in Spanish.
Because you did it for a Spanish class or something? Oh my god.
My latest Spanish class in high school for senior year, we made resumes and cover letters for jobs that we were fake applying to. And so I spent the night translating and changing some things about my resume.
What kind of bullshit?
And then I wrote a cover letter, and it was like $12.58, and I said, it's kind of weird if I send this now, right, to Dad? And he was like, no, why?
It's the internet, yeah, who cares?
And I was like, alright. So I sent that bitch.
Excellent.
I said, take it. And it's only been like not even 12 hours, so.
I could probably get you into that old folks home I used to work at.
No.
Yes.
No. Sorry, I don't want bed bugs.
Well, that might be a problem that's solved now. Maybe.
I also don't want glass dust in my fingers.
What?
Remember when that happened to you?
When I got glass dust in my fingers?
Yeah, it might have been fiberglass.
From that job?
Yep. Because someone broke something, and you put your hands on like a something, and got a shit ton of crap in your hands.
I vaguely remember this. Yeah, that was rough. That was a bad time. Fiberglass is fucked, man.
Yeah, what is it even for? Like, what's it good for?
It's reasonably strong while being, like, flexible, I guess.
But, like, if it falls apart...
Well, eventually. But until it falls apart, right? And theoretically, you can keep putting coatings over it to stop it from falling apart. Because the reason that it's falling apart, because, I mean, fiberglass, it is literally fibers of glass that are just overlaid over each other. So what's wearing away is the coating on top of that, and then the little fibers start to stick up and be pokey.
Interesting.
So if you just do whatever, like paint over the top of it and shit, then you'll be just fine.
Well, that's pretty much all that's in my week. Not much exciting.
School and job.
Yeah, I can't really think of much else.
Yeah.
I am working on commissions for people, which is cool, which is why I'm
covering paint currently.
Yeah.
Painty.
And one exciting thing, though, one last exciting thing, probably for me, is my TikTok is starting to get into Halloween TikTok because it's August.
It is August.
Because it's August.
No.
Yep. We're moving towards that time, Nick.
It's not even, like, even if it were September, it would be the start of September. There would be a full 2 months between now and then.
But it's fall.
Yeah, fall is not Halloween. Halloween is not a season. No. Absolutely not. It's the same thing as, like, fucking Christmas washing.
So would you
Thanksgiving deserves time, damn it.
Okay, I agree with you there. But what holiday are we overlooking? Memorial Day? Wait,
no, because
Labor Day?
The
Wait,
long...
LM, and they're backwards. So it's Labor Day.
So, if you draw out the thing, it means less. You know what I mean? So, because if Halloween is not kept in October where it belongs, or even like late September, I'll accept, right? Then, because what if like Christmas or something was like 3 months? No one would give a shit.
It is. That's why they call it the holiday season.
Okay, no. It goes from Halloween is October 31st to Thanksgiving, which is the 24th, 25th of November. Then you have 35 days of Christmas.
Just like ABC.
Just like ABC, right? You have those 35 days.
That's why they call it the holiday season, because there's 3 holidays.
Yes.
October, November, December.
Yes. Did you really just...
I just thought it was Christmas.
Oh. God God. Anyway.
Because no one cares about Thanksgiving, and I don't know why.
It's true. I thought you were getting aggressive about Thanksgiving because so many people get aggressive about Thanksgiving even existing. It is a time for food.
Yeah.
Is it a time for family? It's just good. It's a good time. It's cozy. You get to see a bunch of people.
You get to wear long sleeves.
You get to wear
cool socks. You get to wear cool boots. You wear cool hats.
Are you just talking about beanies. Winter in general now?
Just cooler weather. Yeah. I enjoy because I generally am hot.
Me too.
And so I really like to be...
I look better in cold weather clothes too. With the jeans and the flannels and the sweaters.
And I look more cute more often because in summer I'm just wearing like jean shorts every fucking day.
Yeah.
Which is nice and I look okay, but it's very casual.
As opposed to the formal that you are in winter?
Well, more because it's like jeans and a nice long sleeve shirt. Maybe I'll put on a necklace with that. Put some cute boots on.
I see.
Whereas summer it's like, I'm wearing my Crocs with some shitty jean shorts that I've had forever and a self-cropped shirt I got at the thrift store. And I can't put on anything else because I am so sweaty right now.
Good. I do.
So.
Yeah.
Well,
I had an adventurous week.
Oh, yeah?
So I had a party at my house on Tuesday. Just not party is a bad word because we're not having parties.
Tuesday.
Yeah, well, no, so...
Why Tuesday?
So, because with my irregular work schedule and not having school, I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, right? And so did one of my friends who doesn't drink or, party a lot.
Oh.
And so she says, guess what we're doing, fucker? And I was like, excellent. So I invited close people over to my house, just the folks that I trust not to have COVID, or to at least know how to properly follow precautions, right? So we're over there, and I just lead the night off. I am shithoused by I have people show up at like 6, I think, and I am just 3 sheets to the wind by probably 8 o'clock.
That's relatable.
Yeah. So, I don't know why, but I was still put in charge of ordering food. And so, they decide they want pizza. I get the orders. We get 2 pizzas and the cinnamon twists things. And I ordered them to the house, and it's great. And we're sitting there having a good time. And it's been like 45 minutes. I'm like, why the hell is this taking so long? And then I get a phone call. And I'm like, oh, this is probably the person because they're at my front door and we're in the backyard and we can't hear them. And I pull it out, and it's Mom. And I'm like, that's not good, because why is Mom calling me at night on a Tuesday? And so I answer, and I was like, trying to keep it together as best I can. Hey, Mom. Hey, bud. Did you order a pizza? And my drunk mind just shatters because it realizes instantly that I have ordered 2 pizzas and cinnamon twists to our parents' house and not to my own. Which means not only do I not get food, it means that the rest of my guests do not get food either. So, we laugh about it. I asked if you were home and if I could pay you money to come and bring us the pizzas.
Which they said you offered $5. Really?
Well,
2 pizzas and 25-minute drive across town to you for 2 fucking pizzas and $5?
Well, we would have given you pizza and food and booze. Like, we would have paid you handsomely. I'm sure someone would have tipped you. Someone would have been like, here you go. And so, what other option did we have but to reorder the exact same order?
But make sure.
But to my house this time. So, by like 9:30, we finally had food.
So, my side of the story, I'm at Chili's with my friends, having a nice dinner.
Where all the events take place.
Having a nice dinner where we finished. We got the 2 for $25. There's 4 of us, so we got, shared 2 for $25s. Great deal. We're waiting on dessert to come because it automatically comes with dessert. And I get a call. And same thing, it's fucking Mom. And I'm like, she knows what I'm doing tonight. Right. What's wrong? And I answer and she says, did you order a pizza? And I said, no, I'm at Chili's right now. And she said, what? Oh no, I wonder whose it is. They delivered it to the wrong place. And she's like, there's no name on it. Wait. it says Nick Nelson
No.
right fucking on there. And she's like, oh, your brother. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Is he stupid? And then I text her later and I'm like, so did Nick get his pizza? And she said, no. And I was like, why the fuck not? Lazy ass motherfucker didn't want to drive for his pizza. And then I was like, well, at least can you eat it? And she's like, I already ate. And I was like, okay, and Dad? And she's like, Dad had some. And I was like, well, get a shit.
Well, here's the worst thing. It was one pepperoni and one Hawaiian because apparently my friends are sycophants and products of incest.
Sycophants means yes men.
They are yes men. They're agreeing to the bloody jaws of capitalism.
Whenever you say that word, I feel like you're using it wrong.
I do not think that word means what you think
it means.
It's a fun word to say, because people don't know what it means, right? So you just fucking accuse them of it, and it makes them sound like a pedophile or something.
That's the one word that you know how, like, sometimes you just remember random shit?
Yes.
Like, that's the one word that I remember
That's the one that stuck.
From senior year English vocab.
Sick.
So, I don't know why. I can remember other words I learned, but not what they mean, so.
Also, my friend's boyfriend showed up in a pair of short overalls.
I have some of those.
And he is iconic. So, shout out to you if you're listening, bud.
Saw a video of a guy dancing in some of those.
Excellent.
Pretty cool.
I also went on a date.
Yes.
Or did that happen? No, yeah. Yeah. I went on a date. That was exciting and horribly nerve-wracking. It wasn't until I got there that I was like, oh, it's real. Like, just fear, just anxiety all over the place. I burnt the hell out of myself because we went to a coffee shop and I went and got the coffees and I set them down and there was this pause in the conversation. I was like, well, time to drink coffee because it's in my hand. And I just gulped at it without thinking about it and burnt the shit out of my tongue. But overall, the date went well. You know, the worry with online dating is that you're going to meet a crazy.
Right.
You know, I didn't meet a crazy, which was nice. I don't think I talked about it on the last one. I also got stood up on a date.
I also don't. Well, I don't know.
Anyway,
whatever.
I got stood up on that first date, which was rough. And then a different girl actually showed up, and it was good. It was a good time. Other than that, been going to work a little bit. Had all 3 of my classes yesterday. They're all fine, seems like. There is one of them, the third class. It is from 5:30 to 6:20, right? And on Zoom, there's a chat function, right? As well as the video, as well as the voice. There's just a chat that you can all communicate in. And I was so annoyed that whole class because it just looked like a Twitch chat. Like it just looked like some kind of e-girl fucking live stream nonsense flying. So, if that continues, then I will... I don't know.
Can you turn off chat?
I don't know.
You should look through your settings on Zoom.
And see if you can, like, mute it or something. But I don't want to mute it, because what if someone puts something in there that's actually helpful? You know?
Well...
Then I just have to suffer with Twitch chat?
You just have to suffer.
What if I firebomb the vehicles of the people who are Twitch chatting?
Then you somehow were able to find them through their information that you got only from a Zoom chat and then, like, have the ability to firebomb them, and I think that means that you're really scary.
Alright. Hacker Man.
Another thing that I forgot to mention was that our cousins stayed with us from Thursday to Sunday.
That was neat.
Because their parents went hunting and they probably could have stayed on their own, but it was just kind of fun to have them over. I got to watch a lot of iconic movies in the weekend. She's the Man, Sister Act, Dinner for Schmucks, etc. Because I was just trying to find movies they hadn't watched yet since they're younger than us and being like, watch this, it's funny.
Wild Hogs.
Yeah.
Thought about that recently.
And And then on Sunday, Nick came over because #fam time. Mm-hmm. And we played Clue. And Nick allowed me to lose so that he could win.
I'm just playing the game correctly, sister. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, my brother threw me under the bus and...
Hey man, I had a gut feeling it was the theater. I'm just saying.
I had a gut feeling it was the observatory, but obviously my gut's wrong.
You know.
And then we tried to get our parents to play board games and they didn't.
So then you forced Dad to play Stratego with you.
And then I won.
Yeah.
So...
Alright, I don't think there's anything... I don't know. Do you want to? Yeah, you do? Okay. Alright, well I don't think there's anything else in my week, so we're going to take a short break, and then we will see you guys to discuss this week's topic. See you in a bit. Oh, did I stop it? Oh, nope, there it goes.
And we're back!
We're back!
Hello.
Hello!
Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout!
Excellent.
And, brother, this week, we're doing the age-old question.
The age-old question, which has an answer, but I'm probably going to play devil's advocate to make this more interesting.
Oh, yeah?
Which is scarier / more threatening? Monsters?
But ghosts.
Or ghosts?
G-ghosts. G-hosts.
G-hosts. Jehovah's. Jehovah's Witness. It was ghosts the whole time.
That's the title.
Is that the title?
It's ghosts the whole time.
It was ghosts the whole time. So, I feel that we've had this conversation many times.
It's actually what kind of started our idea on this podcast, along with gorillas.
Yeah, gorillas, but you know. So Lady and I have had this conversation many times of whether ghosts or monsters are more scary. And the obvious fucking answer is ghosts.
Yeah.
Okay? Because monsters can be fought. They are physical entities that can be trapped.
As Dean from Supernatural says, if it bleeds, you can kill it.
There you go. Whereas a ghost is just gonna fuck your day up. There's nothing that any of us have in our regular everyday homes to defend ourselves against ghosts.
And the only solution is to run away. But what if it can follow you?
True.
Then you're just fucked. What are you gonna do?
Game over.
Game over.
So I will probably be playing devil's advocate and fighting for the side of monsters this episode. But go ahead and walk us over the points of why a ghost is scarier than a monster. And when we say monsters, really, I mean, that extends anything from cryptids to your old school, like, Halloween monsters, your Frankensteins, your mummies, your vampires, your werewolves.
Etc.
Things of that nature are monsters.
Hotel Transylvania, all those characters.
There you go. All monsters. Slimes, monster.
Skeleton, monster.
Yes. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Ghosts.
Ghosts. We've, I think, said this before, but saying ghost is like saying canine. Because the variety of different, I was going to say apparition, but is that
I think
is that a category?
I think we decided that ghost is the blanket term.
Right.
Right? And that there is a variety of ghosts.
Right. There's
such as
poltergeists,
specters, spirits, fucking... What's the wisps? Wisps.
Will-o-wisps. Fuck your shit up.
Yeah, they do. They said, come into this swamp, kind stranger.
Yeah. So, ghosts. If you are standing in your living room and all of a sudden the walls start to, like, ooze slime, you're gonna be like, but what do? You don't do shit. You freak out. Or you're trying to think of it logically and you're like, oh, here it is, my schizophrenia. It's happening.
Well, no, because if they start to ooze slime, my first thought would be like, oh, Jesus, what fucking pipe burst? You know? Like, I need to get some paper towels and shit now.
I just feel like since I'm of the age where schizophrenia presents itself, that's on my mind. So
You're very worried that you're potentially schizophrenic? Good.
That's what I get for taking psychology classes.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
But, yeah, so what do? Do you inspect it? And then, all of a sudden, maybe a little head pops out. Maybe a terrifying little head of a ghost pops out of your wall next to the slime. What do? What do you do?
Leave. Because in every horror movie that involves some type of spirit or ghost or whatever, they never leave. Fucking leave. I would rather be under serious debt for the rest of my life because I had to buy and immediately sell a home than be like, no, this is our dream to live in the country. We'll deal with this. And then you die.
Right.
Because then you die. Amityville
Horror, The Shining, The Turning, which is very recent. I mean, just fucking, I haven't really watched Poltergeist, but I know that they stay.
Yeah.
Like, just leave. Oh my God. Stop being like, I'm having hallucinations.
Just like burn the house down and be like, insurance fraud, you know? Like, oh no, I left the oven on. My macaroni burnt down my house.
Yeah, fucking A. And then, like we said, the different varieties. Because, yeah, there's like a poltergeist which fucks up your day and lives in your house and is completely fucking malevolent and is probably the devil. And then...
Okay, no. Ghosts and demons are two separate things.
Okay. Whoa, sorry!
Demons is its whole own third category, and that ain't nothing to fuck with. That's a, like, leave the country kind of situation.
I agree. Nick and I both, for some reason, are very afraid of
religious imagery.
Yeah. And,
so, all that shit, upside down crosses, any mention of demons or hell.
Like that one time we were playing the VR horror game in the library at school. Nick puts the headset on me. I walk through a room, a little fucking baby doll runs across the ground in front of me. I'm like scared, but I'm like, okay, just get through the room. Like, usually in games, I search for everything. Not this fuck. I'm like, get through the house.
She said sprint.
I get into a hallway. There's a shit ton of crosses on the wall. It goes black. All of a sudden, it lights up red and all the crosses are upside down. And I said, Nick, take it off me. Take it off me right. He's like,
bring me out.
Yeah. He's like, no, play it. Like, I'm like, no, take me out right now. I'm not doing anything. I'm leaving.
She said, we're done.
So there's that. Anyway. But possession. That's some real shit. The Exorcist.
Okay.
I also think that's the devil. But spirits can do it too.
But
or not spirits, I guess. What are they?
You are the ghost
just
talker.
Ghost?
I don't know.
Just ghost?
No, because you can't say just canine.
Just a possessor.
The possessor spirit.
A possessor spirit.
I don't know.
What are you gonna do? Nick fucking walks up to me and is some spooky asshole, actually, and does
My head starts spinning around and vomiting and shit.
Vomiting and, like, saying some awful, horrible things.
Speaking in fucking tongues.
Yeah. And he's like, you know, in like a super deep voice.
The one that gets me is always crawling up walls.
Ugh, crawling?
Yeah.
When people fucking, like,
drop
do
to the
a
ground.
back bend and, like, walk towards you, that ain't shit to fuck
That's
with.
a good way to get fucking shot.
And what do? I'm not gonna kill Nick!
Fucking run!
I'm not gonna kill
here's the thing.
you!
If you have beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am possessed, fucking murder me.
No.
Yep. You have full permission
Not
to
gonna
just
do it.
slay my ass.
I won't do it.
Do it.
Because...
Is this the same thing where you said you wouldn't shoot me if I was a zombie?
I thought I was gonna shoot you if you were
Then why is it different?
Because I feel like it's able to be amended.
The possession is able to be cured?
Yeah. The ghost might not leave. the possessor might.
Does it have to be a priest, or like could a deacon do it? Because we got a deacon on deck.
Right. I would just call fucking Papa and be like, listen, I don't know
who we need, but we need somebody.
Yeah.
Get the church.
Call Sister Marie. Call.
Get a 80-something-year-old woman to come in and cure my possessed brother.
She fucking would,
She would, too. She'd beat that shit out of me like it was nothing.
So, there's just... It's so much scarier to me because it can affect your loved ones. And...
As opposed to the monster, which cannot?
No, I mean, like, the possession thing. Like, turn it against you.
I see.
You know? Because obviously a monster could just fucking kill you.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's more traumatizing to have you act in that creepy fucking way of like, what if I just found you eating one of our dogs? Just fucking raw, and like you murdered it. You know, like I think about that kind of stuff.
That's fucking twisted.
I got that from American Horror Story Season 2, by the way.
Don't watch that show.
Watch that show.
Don't watch that show.
Watch that show if it's your cup of tea. Sometimes I can't watch it, but sometimes I can watch it. So, I just feel completely helpless. Mm-hmm. Especially because all the movies, or most of the movies that I've watched with possession and poltergeists and spiritual ghost type things, they always have the plot of like, the religious shit doesn't work. Like, I think, I watched it a long time ago, but in Amityville Horror, mm-hmm. they get a priest to come to their house, and he puts crosses on the walls, and he starts to say whatever, right? And the ghost poltergeist fucking runs him out, turns the crosses upside down, and it doesn't give a shit. And I'm like, that's the only solution! That's the only solution.
Not if you burn your house down, it's not.
Yeah, I guess. So that's where I'm at.
So the deal with monsters, right? Obviously monsters can be killed. Lenny, I want you to tell me, how many silver bullets you got sitting around? Or silver weapons in general. You could use a sword, whatever you want.
I don't...
Is the answer 0?
It might be 0, but also I feel like Mom has some kind of silver or something.
Why does Mom have any type of silver weaponry?
I just feel... No, not weapon. Just silver something.
No, because it's gotta... You have to, like, do damage
that I was gonna say turn into...
Like, you're gonna take a spoon and, like, sharpen it.
Yeah.
To fight a werewolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean...
Tell me how that works out for you.
It's just like a shark.
How many wooden stakes do you have on hand, and how willing are you to get close enough to a vampire to stab it with a wooden stake?
You know what? I'm pretty willing to get close to a vampire.
What? That is literally the opposite of what you should be doing.
Because this is really bad, but because of Twilight.
Like, this is not the sparkly... Because what are we assuming, right? Are we assuming like a Nosferatu? Are we assuming like... Because if it's an Edward Cullen, I'm also less scared.
Or is it like... I know you don't watch Supernatural, but supernatural vampires are like lots of teeth.
Okay.
That are retractable still. So like when you go like that.
Yeah, there's the little
it's like
pocket.
In their gums, yeah. Right? And they're fast and everything. But they're still obviously not human.
Like demi-human.
But yeah, so like emotionally and intelligence and that kind of things, they still are.
No, yeah. I would assume that all vampires are like that,
of
right?
Sound mind.
Exactly. That they have some level of, like, ability to interact on a human, scale.
Which is why I could get closer.
But that's still like a fucking thing. Like, that is coming at you, you know?
Yeah, but also I'm like, no, don't. My family. And you know, like how
then the vampire's like, fuck you, I'm hungry. Like, what do you mean?
But, like, because of their human-like intelligence and
you
whatever...
think that because the vampire can feel bad.
Yeah, a little bit more. And, like, they live amongst humans, unless they're recluses. But, like, have for a long time.
Well, alright. Then let's talk about something besides vampires. Because werewolf, again, you're only really under threat like once a moon.
Well, right? And also werewolves are like fucking insane. You know, like Harry Potter, like
full bestial, like
exactly, like you're.
But the whole thing with them is they're just strong. Their big strength is just, I'm gonna break down this fucking door and consume you. Yeah. Zombie. One slow zombie, scary, not a huge threat, but scary. One fast zombie. You want to talk about crawling around, fucking shattering windows and shit like this. That's a fucking nightmare.
That is a fucking nightmare.
But that doesn't even take any type of special weaponry, right?
Yeah, that's just boot to the head.
Yeah, exactly. But you gotta boot the fast zombie. Or you gotta boot the slow zombie, right?
Booting the slow zombie, I put on a denim shirt, a denim jacket, I put on denim pants, denim gloves. Denim
shirt?
Yeah.
You have a denim shirt?
No, but I'm gonna get one.
You're gonna see the zombie coming, drive to Walmart, get a denim shirt, come back.
No, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get one.
Oh, just in preparation for the zombies. I see.
Because, as I saw on the internet, a very good proposal. Have you ever tried to bite through denim?
No. Maybe?
Try it. I don't think it's possible.
I think you can, but it takes because the reason that we can't bite through denim, so here's the situation. You'd have to put like a pork hind or something underneath it, like some type of flesh. And then, because all you gotta do is break the skin.
But, no, yes. But if you try and bite the denim, maybe you damage my skin, but can you get through the denim?
Eventually.
But
the whole thing with zombies is that they're unlimited strong because they don't have any sensory inhibitors.
But they're still what was once a human.
Okay.
So you're right, they don't sense pain, and that makes them stronger, like the motherfuckers on PCP.
Yeah.
But that still means that you can lob an arm off.
That's true.
And... Lob?
Lop an arm off.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm looking this up right now.
I have zero belief that it's lop.
Remember that time?
Zero fucking belief that it's lop.
Okay. I'm going to tell a story while I look this up. There was a time where I said lyrics to a song. Do you remember this?
What?
I think it was, The Joker. And I said the lyrics to the song were one thing. And they're like, that's not a word. That's not how that works.
And it's not a word, but he used it in the song.
Correct. Lop. Cut off a branch, limb, or other protrusion from the main body of a tree.
No.
Look it. Read them in wheat, fucker.
I'm looking up lob.
Lob is to throw gently.
Throw or hit. Oh, in a high arc.
So technically you could lob an arm off, but it's real particular.
Shit!
It's like a fucking golf swing.
Damn it!
Lop.
So, you can lop an arm off. You know how the human body works.
It's a zombie. It doesn't function on the rules of the
But
human body.
I'm saying, the muscles.
You understand how to disable it.
Yeah.
Okay, but under that logic, you theoretically know how to disable a vampire.
And that's for my point!
No!
Yeah.
But you can't... It doesn't work the same. I'm saying that the rules are different. Even though it inhabits a human body, right? It doesn't mean that it's...
I agree for vampires. For zombies, they are a decaying human with a virus who don't feel pain and therefore have some abilities enhanced. And also the whole, no empathy because...
Because I eat you.
Right. Thing. Zombie, way easier. Vampire looks like a human. Don't know any anatomy or strength or muscles, whatever. Mm-hmm. You could open that bitch up and there's one, there's gold inside or some shit. You know what I mean?
Like the mineral or the color?
Either or.
Okay.
I'm saying you don't know shit.
Okay. No. Because again, ghosts are confined to the space that they haunt.
Or if we go supernatural logic, they are attached to an item.
Objects, yeah, okay. But even then, there is a distance that you can outrun their radius, right? There is a distance that you can go that they can no longer affect you. Werewolf will just keep running. Vampire, as long as it's nighttime, will just keep coming.
But the whole thing that I base my fear of, like, pretty much everything on is if I can kill it. The reason that I enjoy and can mostly get over the It movies and Pennywise is because they beat it twice.
Yeah.
Both times. The reason I can watch Supernatural and not be scared, they beat the monster every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking ghosts, I can't touch. You know what? Like, that's why I'm not afraid of true crime and, like, murdery stuff. I mean, like, I am. I don't want to get murdered or sex trafficked or whatever. But, like, it doesn't keep me up.
Okay.
Because if a human man comes at me, I'm using my fucking claws to stab his eye out.
And beanbag that bitch.
Like
Ron Swanson said, did you hit him in the beanbag? There's no shame in hitting a man in the beanbag.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. There's something tangible that I, at least to some capacity, can most likely wound. And if not, that death is quick. I think. Okay. Like vampires, for sure. Werewolves might go for your guts.
So depending on the vampire type, they are either latched onto your throat and draining you of all the blood in your body, which I feel like takes a minute.
It's relatively quick, though.
Because isn't there like 4.5 gallons of blood in your body?
But you don't need to drain that all to die.
Or to knock you unconscious.
Right.
But there's still like, I'm going to say 30 seconds of you struggling with a monster bitten into your neck where you know you're going down.
But the thing is, the initial bite hurts a hell of a lot. The sucking probably doesn't. Have you ever got your blood drawn?
Yes, and I'm not a fan.
Yes, but it doesn't hurt in the process. It's uncomfortable for sure.
I don't like this. I don't like this conversation.
Right. So, and werewolves, wherever it goes on your body, even if you die with watching your intestines get eaten out, probably quick. What the fuck's a ghost gonna do? Mentally torture you for fucking weeks, months, whatever. Even if you get away traumatized.
But getting away traumatized, that happens for whatever. So that's not a point in your favor.
Okay, you're right.
Because if you get away from a werewolf, you'd be like, oh fuck, werewolves are real, you know? Catch me with my silver everything.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Well, and that's the other thing.
Do you think if you just eat enough silver, like that you don't get silver poisoning, that the silver in your blood will have some effect?
You cannot eat enough silver and have it in your blood and not die.
Well, I'm saying, how much does it have to be? Because if it's just trace amounts, like, what if it makes your blood, like, sour? Like, bad sour to the werewolf?
Is it like an allergy to werewolves?
They're eating it, and they're like, and their fucking tongue starts swelling up, and they're like, oh, fuck this.
Because if it is, then...
Or I'm just going to wear a lot of silver jewelry.
Yeah, but...
Like, I'm just wearing bangles and shit everywhere.
But it's easy to get that off.
Bet.
Especially if you have to run.
You're right, it has to be piercings.
Yeah.
Pierce my body with silver.
Mm-hmm.
Protect me.
From the werewolves.
From the werewolf.
So, that's why I'm afraid of ghosts and not...
monsters.
Well, I am afraid of monsters, but to a lesser extent, for sure.
Right. Well, the thing I think, too, and I'm just abandoning all pretense because I agree with you, is that even without the proper means to kill the thing, you can still stop them or slow them down. Whereas a ghost is just like, no, if you don't have the right tools, you're just toast.
Right.
You know?
Because, like, a vampire may not die if you hit it with a car, but it's gonna stop for a second.
Yeah, or like, I forget what it was, but there's something I either heard of or read or saw where there's a werewolf and they just run it over with a fucking, like, bulldozer, like the big circular flat one, and they just park it on top of it.
Right.
Because they're like, what are you going to do? Lift the bulldozer? No.
Yeah.
You're just going to stay here for eternity, and we're just going to figure out how to keep this bulldozer from being operated or moved by anyone.
Right. Because a werewolf, in my mind, is essentially a brown bear, but I think more aggressive in its pursuits.
Are you talking like size or looks?
Size, for sure. Not looks. And like strength and that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Because it's a large fucking animal that's coming after you, and it's fast, and it's a killing machine, and if you shoot it, doesn't do shit, it just gets mad. You know what I mean?
454 Castle. Because the odds of being attacked by a gorilla are low,
but never zero.
Just fucking walking around with big-ass guns strapped to your chest at all times. I mean, I guess that's basically the plot of, like, every Demon Hunter movie is just, here's the guy with the big gun. He shoot it. Yeah.
Yeah, and, it's hard not to lump demons and ghosts together because I feel that the defenses are the same.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I always just feel like that when there's, like, a ghost in a movie, it's often that religiously tied.
I feel like demons, because obviously demons are religiously tied, right? But are ghosts necessarily?
I just feel, no.
Because it has to do with the afterlife,
right? That's what I was going to say, is I don't think they inherently are, but because of religion often being a comfort for people and the afterlife and that kind of thing, then, you know, then they are, because, like, to get rid of them, they're like, move into the light. But that's, like, not everyone's belief.
Right.
Know?
You have to go to the after place.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is, like, in our minds, the way to get rid of a ghost is to call upon religious connections that we have.
Yeah.
Except in, which is really interesting in Supernatural because they do that and, like, use holy water and shit, but for ghosts, that's more for demons, whereas, like, ghosts and stuff is, like, salt and burning the body and any remains and their possessions and that kind of stuff.
It's less about the religious aspect of the demise and more about a clean break from the material plane.
Exactly. Yep.
Gotcha.
Which I think would make more sense because, like, what are the chances that one religion is going to be right? You know what I mean?
I mean, small, but I guess possible.
Right.
Or they're just all wrong.
Right. Like, have you seen The Good Place?
No.
There's just this part where, like, the guy is explaining to the main character, like, about the afterlife and stuff and who's right and stuff. And she's like, so who got it right? And the guy's like, nobody really. Everyone's really far off except this one kid who got really stoned and talked for like 2 hours and got like 99% of it right. And they have this like his portrait hanging in the office.
Jesus.
Yeah. So have you talked with people about this?
About what?
This conversation.
Yeah, and I've met people that think the monster side is actually the winner.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, fuck a ghost. What's it gonna do? Rattle chains at me? And I was like, you don't understand.
Right. Well, and this is so weird because in high school, whenever I presented this, people always agreed with me. Got to college, everyone was like, Monsters. And I was like, what changed?
Hold on, I'm gonna go fucking solve this problem real quick. Hey! Demons.
Our dogs like to
you stop.
Yell at each other.
Come on, Diego.
Nick just got denied by our 14-pound dog.
Leave him alone for like 6 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, they're just leaving now. Alright, that works. Yeah, I don't know. Because I feel like, I don't know if it's that there is a wider group of people. Because our high school was big, but not like insanely big.
Right.
So I don't know if it's like there's a wider group of people, or do you think it's more like logical versus irrational? Yeah. That because theoretically the people that are in college are more educated. And so they're like, I'm going to fear the thing that I know is a threat versus the thing that isn't necessarily
a threat.
Yeah, or you have to believe a certain, thought process or, line of logic in order to be scared of it.
Right. Which makes sense because, it's like a tangible thing. And I think that for a lot of people that is, no matter what it is more real.
Yeah, the thing that I can touch is more real because I can touch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, ghost things often are,
yeah,
whatever. I was going to say something and I forgot.
Good. Yeah, no, again, I have talked a lot before about, again, I think my fear is based on my ability to fight the thing. And even if I can fight it poorly,
I can still fight
it. So, like, a werewolf, like, if I'm going out to my car after leaving family dinner and something comes barreling down the street towards me, I'm going to take a couple pot shots at it.
Right.
And I might get murdered anyway, but I will have felt like I tried.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, like, I don't know, people can figure out what happened, too. The other thing is, like...
You don't want to get, like, disappeared or think that people think that you went crazy or...
Exactly, because, like, when a ghost torments you, how do you convince people that it's a thing? Like, if it can just fucking disappear on you...
Yeah.
Or if it can cause you to individually see things...
Yeah.
That's like a losing battle to other people, not just the thing itself.
Yeah.
Whereas if there's a vampire and you get slashed or anything, you can be like, this is my wound, or there's a fucking dead body.
Yeah, and at the very least, that people will be like, okay, you got attacked. Maybe it wasn't a vampire, but you definitely got attacked.
Right, exactly. So there's just a lot of fear surrounding ghosts.
I like how there's, like, weird fear of losing respect that we have. It's like, no, that was real shit. Like, I didn't die like a bitch,
Right. There totally is, though. I mean, or like ghosts fucking can make you look like you got hanged.
Right.
And they're like, oh, why did she kill herself?
And I'm like... now your ghost is sitting there like, dumb bitch.
Yeah,
it
like,
was
I
not
didn't
me.
fucking kill... Yeah, exactly. Also, though, a plus side to ghosts is, like, the benevolent ones. Because,
what can a benevolent ghost do for you?
Well...
That's a podcast title.
Again, going off Supernatural, because it's all I fucking do. One of the episodes, they're fighting a poltergeist.
Okay.
And they almost got it, but then it's the whole, like... almost got it, and then you're losing now, kind of thing. Flipped it over. And their mom just shows up, who is dead and a ghost.
Yeah.
And ghost fights the poltergeist and wins. And then it's over.
So the MacGuffin, the fucking, what is it? Deus Ex Machina, I think is what it is. Yeah.
You're right. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, so the thing just flies in from left field and is like, you win now!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And just like the reminders of like people that have passed and stuff can be cool. So
true. Ask them for advice.
Right. That's the only cool thing about ghosts.
It's the only cool thing about ghosts. Monsters? Sick as fuck!
Yeah. Monsters?
What?
So cool!
So do you think that if werewolves... vampires, the more like sapient monsters, do you think that they are only inclined to evil, or do you think there are good and bad ones?
Werewolves? Fucking chaotic evil.
Well, because when they transform,
or
right?
Chaotic neutral? Just whatever they want, right? They get. Like, it doesn't matter who you are. And they don't have an agenda except for...
the person, right? Because, like, there are the people werewolves that are good. And then there are the people werewolves that are like, fuck yeah, being a werewolf, right?
Right.
But the werewolf itself is always going to be bad.
Right. And you can't control it.
Right. Lycanthropy is a curse.
Right. So there are good and bad people who are werewolves, but it can't affect them as a werewolf. Mm-hmm. Vampires, though, definitely... I don't know if you can call it good, but, like, better.
Like, they don't really just murder random people. They maybe like focus on the scum of society.
Right, or try and go like quote unquote vegetarian and like go deer and shit.
Yeah.
They're like, that's always the thing is like, it tastes so bad, but I'm like a good person because I'm not killing people or whatever. Or just pull a fucking Dexter and kill killers and shit.
Yeah.
Pedophiles. Get them.
That's gotta be... Speaking of bad blood, man, that's gotta taste like garbage.
Yeah, for real.
Because do you think the quality of the person?
I was thinking more like...
Like physical fitness, not character?
Yep. Yeah. Like fat and
so you gotta
you're addicted to drugs and shit.
You gotta go find physically fit pedophiles.
Or you kidnap a pedophile and make him work out.
There's something kind of fucking sick about that. Hi, I want to eat you, but I'm gonna need you to lose a couple pounds first. Yeah. Like, fuck.
That is fucked.
I think that's, unless...
So the moral of the story is ghosts are scarier than monsters.
But everything's scary.
But everything's scary. Also, kill pedophiles.
Kill pedophiles. No pit deep enough.
Nope. No pit deep enough.
Sink them in the ocean.
Yep. Murder them.
Big murder.
Bye.
So, if you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, etc. that you would like to voice about the legitimacy of fear regarding monsters or ghosts, you can contact us on Reddit, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or send an email directly to our email at hypotheticalsiblings@gmail.com. That's HYPOTHETICAL siblings SIBLINGS @gmail.com.
Thank y'all and have a spooky day.
Spooky day.